was wondering. I need to go hunting. I hope you like roasted snake. What do you need? Ask away. Let's see. Shatterscarp doesn't want to kill you, really, but it isn't interested in helping you survive either. The key here is water and shade. Cover your skin, or it'll be dried out in no time and you'll be as red as a Balrog's throat. You might be worried about saving water, but what you want to do is try not to sweat. Stay in shade as much as you can. And don't drink the water from the plants out here. They're all full of parasites and poisons. Getting sick out here is the worst. What do you need? There's basically no reason to come here unless you have business in Thirdborn. Doesn't stop people from coming here, though. Most people I bring here are just looking to say they survived it, as if the lands weren't deadly enough everywhere else. We go to Thirdborn first to get supplies and rest up for the trip. Most people decide to turn back after a night in town. They complain that it's hot, but that's the easiest part. They never realize the rest of the weird Sokka that's out there. Right. Let's make... The only one we haven't talked about is Yatsley. I don't trust her any further than I could throw her, which honestly isn't that far. She actually goes down into these ruins on purpose, just to see what's down there, I guess? And now she's trying to lead us to the garden. Might as well be searching for WoW's wacky wagon of mysteries. Nah, I'm sure she knows what she's doing, but what if she doesn't? If I must.
We really must stop meeting like this. People will talk. We've been traveling together for a little while. I just have to know, did you purposefully choose such colorful company, or is that just what you attract naturally? I mean, I'm very clearly a delight, so it's obvious why you let me stick around. I'd seen Kai around once or twice, and always thought he was charming enough. He's got a sharp tongue, though. Makes me like him even more. And Marius. I don't know what's lurking in him, but I do think he should speak to someone on it. If he reaches out, do try, will you? As for Giada, well, clearly Giada is a gem. As for me, well, I'm just as riveting as you, but the boys are giving me a run for my money. You've got the thorn of a secret god inside of you. I think your uniqueness goes without saying, my dear envoy. You do strike me as a people person. Tell me, do you get along with all you meet? So, you'll be swarmed by well-wishers then, upon arriving home? And here I thought I had a wild youth exploring ruins. You might be putting me to shame, dearie. Quilichi is quite good at knowing when to be sweet and when to be sour.
Yatsley, that's my surrogate father you're talking about? Spare my imagination, if you please.
Oh, you knew the risks when you came over uninvited, darling. It's on your head. Well, you've satisfied my curiosity. You know, envoy, we've traveled enough. Style of fighting, I mean. Your fashion sense is more opaque. But listening to your incantations, they could use some tightening up. I could probably teach you a thing or two, if you're up for it. What do you say? Of course, darling. Easy as pie. What? Out of breath already? Talk to one of the boys. See if they can help with your stamina, dear. Well, I've taught you all I can. Let's hope you... Would you... Would you like some ice?
If you ever feel your education is missing something, I'd be happy to teach you what I know. All you have to do is ask. Excellent. The Imperial Court taught you well, but I suspect there were gaps in what they call an education. If there's anything you've been dying to learn from an Animancer, now's the time. Gladly. You should have seen my thesis defense. I called the governor an intellectual void, an ooze in the form of man. Now, let's begin. You, drifted off for a moment. Were you paying attention? Really? What's the last thing I said? Oh, I stand corrected. Even if you had dozed off, no harm done. Besides, a little nap is good for the soul. I slept through my share of lectures, and look how I turned out. That's all I have to teach you for now. Not before I've done some reading.
You have that face again. What's wrong? What do you need? The only one we haven't talked about is Yatsley. I don't trust her any she... Ask away. Let's see. It gets cold out here at night. I always make a fire in camp, and no matter how hot it is during the day, I always keep a blanket. I like to camp on a hill or plateau if I can, because even the slightest bit of rain can cause a flash flood. You'd be surprised how many people drown in Shatterscarp. Nothing's prepared for rain out here, especially the land itself. Though if you don't drown, your water problems are pretty much solved, so there you go. What do you need? If you're asking about the ruins and shrines and all that, you're asking the wrong person. Best we avoid those out here. This place is deadly enough without the ghosts and monsters and weird magical walls you find in those places. Trust me. Sometimes I bring someone with more bravery than smarts out here, and they always turn around at the first empty room that tells them to go away. I don't blame them. If you're looking to survive, don't try to get yourself killed. That's the first rule. Let's see. I collected a good amount of water before we left Emerald Stair. Sometimes that's the only way to have water here. We have enough to travel for a while, but if we get stuck out here, we are in big trouble. I also put jerky in my pack. Drinking water isn't enough. You'll need that salt, too. That's something most people forget. Pestler root is good when you're thirsty. It doesn't have any water in it, but makes you feel less thirsty when you chew it. It's not perfect, but it can get you through that extra distance before you can find more water. They say this used to all be underwater until something happened that cracked open the ground and swallowed the seas. Makes sense to me. If you dig far enough, you'll find strange things like old fish bones that don't make sense in a place like this. I think that's why Thirdborn appeals to the Rowattians so much. Like there's an ancestral connection with what the land used to be. Or maybe they just like fishing off the coast. What do I know? Let's see. Most game is out at night around here. That's why I go hunting while everyone else is asleep. Mostly snakes, with a few larger beetles and rats. A lot of them burrow into the ground, so you can just go get them. Good news is that there aren't a lot of parasites here. Bad news is that's because most of the animals here are poisonous to eat. Avoid most of the organ meat. Cook everything else until it's basically ash, and you'll be just fine. What else is there? No idea. What you see out there is what you get. Right, check. Until next time. I have a moment to talk. What do you need? Pleasant dreams.
for sec.
Simple, easy. You're meant for this. I was talking to myself again, wasn't I? Sorry. I'll be alright. The dream thralls won't bother me. At least, I don't feel like they would. I had a dream about crossing the great sand sea, you see. Great dunes and shifting clouds. I had this feeling I'd come back changed. I have to know what's out there. What a strange question. Of course not. There are no trees out there. Or maybe there are. I told you, I'll be fine. It's not like I'm the first one to make the trip. I should get going. As soon as I remember which way that is.
I still remember the first time I saw these dunes. In the heat haze, they looked just like waves.
I'm not used to quiet.
Let's see what you got.
What a beautiful view. I think this is what the cartographer referred to.
Thomas Memorial. Never thought anything could contain that man, you know? That booming laugh, that bottomless appetite, boundless energy. Now he's under a pile of rocks. Too bad that's the only part of him I know how to find. This is where you're supposed to distract me, lighten the mood with a wisecrack or something. Don't be. I don't know where to begin either. There's something I didn't tell you about Thomas' death. Remember how I noticed he'd lost his badge? I went out. I told him I was going to go find it. He told me to stay. I said I'd be right back. I walked away, Envoy. And I kept walking. You're right. I used to think it would fade over time. But guilt's like a fine wine. Now you know why I never went back to his house in Emerald Stair. Why I never came back to Thirdborn. At least I'm in good company. The truth is, traveling with you and Marius, getting to know Giada and Yahtzee, it's felt easy. Too easy. Don't get me wrong, it's been nice. But you're so clear-headed, so easy to follow, that I've been able to fall in line and back you up. But I'm not that guy, Envoy. I'm not a joiner. I'm good for a skirmish, some war stories, a few drinks, but I'm not someone you keep around. Come on, you know my story now. I let people down. I let them down when they're counting on me most. Or maybe I learned plenty. I know what I am. I'm finally facing it. But he's not here, and that is because of me. I'm finally owning that. What? No, I didn't. He died pulling my ass out of the fire, and I still let him face it alone. How can I remember him without remembering that? He'd tell me to pull my head out of the muck and look to what's ahead. That I messed up, but that's no reason to keep messing up. And he'd probably do it over a cup of his awful murk brew. I never realized I'd let my failure change the way I remembered him. One of the things I loved about Tama was how he gave us all a fresh start. No matter where we'd come from or what we'd done. I drifted to Paradise, but never thought about where I'd go from this. Tom always talked about the places he hoped to see. The islands of Deadfire, the tundras of Nasitok, the ancient cities of Old Valia. Maybe I ought to see some of those places for us both. As a traveler, not a soldier. Once we've stopped the Dream Scourge and dealt with the Steel Garrote. I've got some things to sort out, but it feels good to have something to look forward to. Nothing like a win with a good team. Ready, aim.
Something happened here. A spinner lay its trap in the dark. A home became a prison became a home. We thrash against the web that binds. What must we do to escape? We see a stick just out of reach, a silhouette in the dust. You appear in the distance. We hope. We hope.
Coming in hot.
Yeah.
Child's play. Got some.
Yeah.
Keep quiet. Oh, big mistake. It's easy when you do it.
Let's see what you got. Hey, we're not the...
Hey, you there! Sign says to take only what you need. Do they not have signs in Adir? Or wait, maybe you think they don't apply to you. Typical. He didn't even look around. He just moved in. You're gonna remember this next time.
close to quiet.
That's one for us. Yeah.
Maybe a beetle will float around.
Oh, hello. A hero passing by on a noble quest, are you? It seems everyone I meet is on some kind of quest these days. Of course, I won't pry. A sense of mystery must keep you safe. It's the same way in art. Always wondering what to hide, what to reveal. I've been trying to capture the essence of the sand sea for days. The sands are alluring, but confounding. I'm missing something. What do you see? You understand. That's why I'm here. I have to share this vision back home. I may not see a speck of gold for it, but if it inspires one person to adventure, then... Wait. Gold. That's it. That's the dimension I was looking for. I will. Thank you. Now, I've got to get to work. I've got to hurry before the paint dries out.
Here it comes.
I'll deal with life later. I've earned some time to rest. Nothing like good spef, is there? Best thing the gods gave us. You know, dreaming. Thinking I don't mind life so much. Spef makes the world look different. You should try it sometime. You'd see. That's what everybody says. It's what I said. Then the plague started. Now what was I doing?
Listen, thank you for visiting Tama's memorial with me. I didn't think I'd ever trust someone the way I trusted him, but both of you have a clarity of purpose I've never seen in anyone else. I'm happy to be proven wrong. I know. I'd forgotten what that feels like. Like I just woke up with a hangover. Every feeling, every memory I tried to keep a lid on is sloshing around, and I'm struggling to keep my balance. But I'm also remembering moments I hadn't let myself think on in a long time. Feeling a warmth I couldn't get close to. Yeah, after I ride out the worst of it.
We think of grief as a burden, as something to be conquered. After a while, it gets to be so familiar, it's almost a source of comfort.
I wish this were another burden to conquer. That would feel easier. It's hard to imagine grief ever being a comfort, but I'll have to take your word for it.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Thanks. I'll get there. And thank you for seeing this through with me. Was there something else? Shake the sand out of your bedroll before you settle in.
I thought I told you to bugger off. What do you want? Well, I don't smell his rumstick flop sweat on the wind, so he can't be nearby. He must have sent you to do his dirty work. Go on then. Try to kill me. I know that's why you're here. You might not. But Nagunu? He's been trying to kill me for years. The man's obsessed. That's funny. Now tell me what he really said. A little reunion. Cute. What did Taue and Koa say to that? Well, my answer's the same either way. No. I'm sure he put on a good show for you. And shit, maybe he really is lonely. But I have no doubt he's been up in that little lighthouse of his in Thirdborn plotting our demise. So no, I won't share a drink with him, and you can tell him I said so. I knew it! Hold on. How did you find out? That's just his style. He's too much of a coward to come after me directly. Well, there's no fucking way I'm sharing a drink with him now. You mean poison him instead? Yeah. Yeah, I see how that could work. He doses our drinks, you switch the cups, bam! But how do I know I can trust you? My gut tells me you'll say whatever you need to get what you want. And in the end, you'll do whatever you feel like anyway. So no, I can't trust you. This was a clever idea, but it's not gonna happen. So long, Envoy. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
I don't want to do this. Just one measly dungeon. How bad can it be?
No, Dario. I'm not doing this.
This is your fault. You went soft on that merchant. Barely nicked him. Reckon he lived and ratted us out to the constable. So we're gonna lay low in these ruins and sit on our haul. Who knows? Maybe we'll find treasures inside that'll make us rich.
Rich? You're gonna kill us all. Wow's eyes. Who are you?
Well, keep moving. No one wants you here.
I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have listened to you. First you said we should come to the Living Lands, and I went with you.
Stealing from that merchant was your idea, though. And credit where credit is due. It was a solid one.
Now you want me to break into some dungeon full of traps? I've had it.
Kuta Bao, if it bothered you that much, you should have said so. Told you we should have gone into the ruins instead. I told you it'd be simpler. Now look what happened.
Quiet as the devil.
Sit!
Come and get me!
Enjoy the pain.
Give me. Let's see what you got. Nice. Another glorious battle. Something tells me the Godless didn't bar that door.
Keep quiet.
On your right! What am I hitting? Hey! Over here!
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it could fit in that artifact we found, actually. Let's try it out.
Capo's been busy. I should have known he couldn't sit still.
Love to see someone else so active in their twilight years.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to be near those when they fall. Bandits, probably. Bet they had no idea what to expect.
Remind me not to make you mad. Yeah.
He's overdoing it now. There's not growing over quiet, and then there's whatever this is. Watch your step. This land is blessed. 3 things you can count on. Sand, monsters, and more sand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something moving.
light would open the door. Well, who's ready to not believe any more signs?
Isoxo!
Someone's eager to be nice.
Come and get me!
I love this
Make way! You take lead.
How you like that, Yahtzee?
You're gonna have sand everywhere by the time we make camp. You're one of those people who takes requests, not orders, aren't you?
Put the heart on a pedestal. How subtle. That boat's seen better days. everything but the treasure was trapped. How silly of me to assume otherwise.
Thank Aethys. I thought you'd never come out of there. I've been waiting for ages. Uncle Capo did say I had the makings of an adventurer. It's why he's always so... No! I can't get distracted. This is too important. Listen to me. I came to find you as soon as I heard what my uncle asked you to do. I just wanted you to meet him, not go on one of his stupid escapades. What do you think? You have to put the heart back. Or take it away. Whatever you do, don't give it to him. No, it's not. Apparently, if you grind a fossilized Leviathan heart and mix it with wine, it becomes a poison. I found his notes on it. I think that's what he wants it for. I know he hasn't been himself lately, but I never thought he'd want to do something like this. He won't play Azatoa with me. He won't go out on walks with me anymore. He kept saying he didn't want to go out without being himself. I thought he meant leaving the house. You've got to put a stop to it. Any way you know how.
The wolf eats the hemlock. What suffering could be so great?
It couldn't be. It wouldn't be. He's not soulless or mindless. Not like those people at the gates. He's still himself. Whatever it is, it can't be worth dying for. Then we've got to go back. Right now. I'll go find the Tiranui. He'll know what to do. If you can talk any sense into him. Just hurry. I'll be there when I can. I will. I'll see you soon.
A man told a tall tale about the fish he caught. How novel.
All the years we heard that story, and half of it was a lie. We thought Umpara just left. Part of me wishes I still did.
You're back.
Let me know if you need something.
Who needs fabric? We still have stuff.
Oh, you're back. What do you want? Really? One less thing for me to worry about. Thank you. Enjoy your skate. Well, off you go then.
Godlike. Ah, back already? Have you got the heart? Huh? You won't even let an old man ask how you like my designs. Fine then. Start talking. Ah, yes. That. How could I? We were young and stupid. We went out in secret. The entire town hailed me as a hero the moment I stepped onto shore. I had overcome the Leviathan.
That's no excuse. Do you realize how much Thirdborn looks up to you?
With everyone celebrating, I couldn't bear to tell them that I wasn't the warrior Thirdborn thought I was. That I couldn't save her. From the moment I stepped off that boat, I stopped being Capo the Man. I was only the Leviathan Slayer. Yes, I hid everything I'd taken in the hunt within the ruins. Once people heard about it, they thought I had other hidden treasures. But adventurers started thieving, looking for gods know what, and I set up traps to stop them. The heart is the only thing I have left of her. So, what will you do now? Reveal my shame to the town? To my Nakai? Thank you. Thirdborn needs any hope it has left, even if it's just a story. So, the heart? Damn that child to the depths! They were never supposed to know. I have the dream scourge. I'm starting to feel it in my bones. Damn your prying eyes. Oh, my senses must really be going if I didn't notice you snooping around my things.
I've got shakes, tremors that weren't there before. But the worst are the dreams. Sand swallowing Thirdborn. A garden, vines eating at old ruins. People say the dream scourge is a soul plague. I'm no fool. It's in my head, eating away at me. I saw it at the gates of Thirdborn. People go mad. They kill their kin. I don't want to hurt Chico. I'd hoped to go out quietly, but my Nakai is smart. I didn't realize they'd uncovered my plan. I can't bear to hurt another person I love. Not like Ampara. Not again. I want to die as myself. On my own terms.
Hasn't this place seen enough death? You gotta seize every moment you're given, old man. You owe that much to Chico. You gotta give him more of a goodbye than this.
I think Capo has earned the right to make his own decisions before he no longer can.
You can understand that, can't you? Give me the heart. Give me this one act of courage. Thank you. Chico will mourn me, but you've saved my Nakai a greater pain than they know.
Prune the dying bud. Return to the wheel. Start again. We ponder.
Good luck. You'll need it. Here, take this. You'll have more use for it.
I know you just talked to my uncle. You didn't give him the heart, did you? But how could you? You know what he's going to do with it. Oh, God. I'm going to lose my uncle. And for what? His pride?
Sounds like I'm not needed here, then. I don't have the right to take the heart from Capo if it's his. Unless you have something else to tell me? Good. Not sure how much more I could have taken. I've got to go now, but Chico, stay safe, all right?
Damn you. Everything was fine until you poked your nose into it. I hope the sand swallow you and you never come back to Thirdborn again!
Don't listen to that. They're hurting. Let's just give them some space.